Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Overzealous Foul Ball Catcher.
Mr. Overzealous Foul Ball Catcher.
You're nowhere close to that foul ball heading for the bleachers. Who cares? You're going for it.
That ball's mine.
Hot dog vendors, old ladies, infants. You mow them over like a diesel-powered combine.
Yeah!
Ashamed of your souvenir fervor? Hardly. You scratch and gouge your way to the ball like a bloodthirsty Wolverine.
You're a feisty rodent.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, Mr. Bully of the Bleachers. Because why pay for a souvenir when you can fight for one?
Mr. Overzealous Foul Ball Catcher.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's late one night. You prepare to go to bed. All of a sudden, you hear a faint cry. It's your 10-year-old child. You go to his room. He complains of a sore throat. After preliminary examination, you discover it's tonsillitis. What do? You call the doctor, but a recorded message is on the phone. You call the hospital, but they're on vacation. Now, Artel has the answer. The home surgery kit. This revolutionary breakthrough in rising medical costs is sweeping the nation. Now you can perform simple operations in the privacy of your home without all those hospital bills. And with our special update kit, you too can perform open heart surgery and bone transplants in your home. You'll receive the complete home surgery starter kit, including easy-to-follow cartoon instructions, surgical tools, and a starter bottle of nitrous oxide. A beautiful blue gown for the doctor in your house, and if you order now, you will receive absolutely free a plaque stating that you purchased the home surgery kit and are a certified home doctor. The starter kit includes all the things you'll need to perform tonsillectomies, appendectomies, oral surgery, and much more. Just think, you can open up your own home hospital and make your home surgery kit pay for itself over and over again. Why not escape from those high medical bills and do it yourself? You paint your house, why not operate on your family? The home surgery kit will prove to be the most important part of your home. Here's how to order. Send check or money order for $29.95 to Home Surgery Starter Kit. Home Surgery, Post Office Box, New York, Washington, 20206. If you're not completely satisfied after you receive your kit, send back for a complete money-back certificate saying that we will pay you back the original cost in 5 years. Allow 2 to 3 days for delivery.
A deer! A female deer.
Ladies and gentlemen of the world, it is my utmost privilege to announce to you that these little green men actually do exist, for they are part of the eternal past and venture from all regions of our galaxy to find homage in our Earth's center. Governments of the world have been very good at concealing these little visitors and preparing the public with loving movies and pleasant melodies. You see, like this one. You hear that? Yes, controlled media as to cushion the impact of the arrival of our little friends. Throughout history, many people would claim to see strange lights in the sky. The truth of the matter is that these lights and beings will only reveal themselves to those who are pure at heart. For these enlightened aliens leave permanent imprinted information on the psyche of those chosen humans, only to be revealed to our deteriorating planet at the point at which our civilization shall enter the new age of light without heat.
Porcupine Tree, kicking off Light Without Heat for this Thursday installment. That is the title track from the 2008 EP or mini album from Porcupine Tree, Nil Nil Recurring. And that one happens to feature Mr. Robert Fripp from the King Crimson's guitarist on lead guitar on that one. So awesome there. Before that, we kicked off the program with Tiles, and the tune that opened the show was called Ballad of the Sacred Cows. That one coming from a disc from 1999 called Presence of the Mind. Presents, like Christmas presents. Presence of the Mind. Good evening, boys and girls. Welcome to Light Without Heat, progressive music for the progressive mind. I'm Stuffer, live from Salisbury, North Carolina. I got a lot of cool tunage to play for you guys this evening. First off, well, I have a couple tune premieres and a couple artist premieres to do for you guys tonight. I have a brand new track from a project that I premiered, I think, 2 weeks ago now. Not entirely sure. A lineup called the Winery Dogs, and most of you guys that keep up with this kind of thing and this genre of music already are familiar with that. There is an album coming out in July from a band called the Winery Dogs. The Winery Dogs consists of Richie Kotzen on guitar and lead vocals, Billy Sheehan on bass and vocals, and Mike Portnoy on drums, and I'm assuming vocals as well. We heard the first track that became publicly available from the album a couple weeks ago, and now there has been another release, so we're going to spin that one for you. Also, a band that I have been really plugging here on this program. I got a brand new track from them off of the, I guess it's already released now, CD, the band Monkey Bat. You boys and girls are going to like this one. I got a tune coming up from the new disc called Springtime Love. I also have an artist premiere tonight by an artist that our own Don Duck Landis put me on last night, as a matter of fact. An artist who will go by the name of No Sleep Nigel. And you guys, I'm going to wait a little while and hope we get some more people in, because you guys are going to love that. Also have a new track that I haven't played on this show from the Pennant Gales Prison project. The Pennant Gales Prison is the name of, not project, but, you know. And just all kind of other cool stuff. What am I glazing over? I think I've got a tune from the latest Garcia CD, and just all kind of other cool stuff. So there you go. Keeping it rolling right now, though. This next track goes out to one of our brothers out there, Mr. John Rush, who we've been spinning a couple of his tunes on the program. He's attracted a big fan base, and not only that, this guitarist, man, he's turning me on to all kind of other very cool guitar music, and via Facebook, and sending me stuff. And so he sent me a track or a video last week privately in a message from guitarist Rob Marcello. I'm assuming Marcello, however you choose to pronounce it. And then I did some more research on the guy. Found out this dude's been around forever, played in all kind of bands that you probably know. And sometimes it's Rob, sometimes it's Robert. But I found a studio version of the track that John sent me. So this goes out to our friend John Rush, and this is called Old School. Rob Marcello, Light Without Heat. Crank it up.
Oh.
Oh,
Can I go wee now?
yes, you can go with me now.
Light without heat.
Give it all away, but still you have to pay all you had to give to get the turn away. The bigger picture, see, infatuated dreams, it's speaking louder than the words. Super hyper expectations. They're in the wishing well. Kiss me, I'll never tell. I wanna wish you well. They're in the wishing well. It's just the usual. Take things too personal. A push to be alone. When people get too close, it's been too long it seems. Still living in a dream. Misunderstood. Super hyper expectations. They're in the wishing well. Kiss me, I'll never tell. I wanna wish you well. They're in the wishing well. So turn and walk away, but you can only stay. It's too emotional, just like an overdose. It's just the little things that keep controlling me. It's just as bad as it is good. Super hyper expectations. They're in the wishing well. Kiss me, I'll never tell. I wanna wish you well.
Light Without Heat and Pinnock Gale's Prison from the self-titled new release from that project and or supergroup. Turns out we have had a little supergroup set going on there. Pinnock Gale's Prison is Doug Pinnock from King's X on bass and lead vocals, all the lead vocals on that track. Eric Gales on guitar and a lot of lead vocals on the album. And Thomas Pridgeon, who is the ex-drummer from the Mars Volta. That track we just heard was Wishing Well. That's one I got my hands on this week, and first time I've ever played it here on the show. And before that, we heard another supergroup, if you will, and a little segue there, because before that we heard Platypus. Platypus was a supergroup that emerged in 99 or 2000. And, well, actually 99, because what we just heard was from their sophomore effort, and that was from 2000. Platypus is Ty Tabor, the guitarist and second vocalist for King's X on guitars. John Myung, the bassist from Extreme. Extreme? Where the hell did I get that? Dream Theater. Okay, this is going to be an off night, I can already tell. Extreme. John Myung, bassist from Dream Theater, and Rob Morgenstein from the Dregs, Dixie Dregs, on the drums. And in Platypus, they were accompanied by Derek Sherenian on keyboards. They later parted ways with Sherenian, and after 2 albums, became a 3-piece and recorded several side project albums under the moniker of the Jelly Jam, which I play a lot of that music on this show as well. So there you go. And I think, as I hear, they have I think a 4th Jelly Jam CD in the works. So there you go. Yeah, awesome music there. Okay, while we're on the supergroup thing, I guess I get to the another song premiere that I have this evening for you guys, you boys and girls. The Winery Dogs. This is a new. This is even newer. This CD is not out yet. It will be out in July. But I'm getting my hands on just a couple tracks at a time here. The Winery Dogs is another awesome supergroup project, 3-piece. That would be Richie Kotzen on guitar and vocals. We have the one and only Billy Sheehan on bass. And the absolutely scary, and we love him, Mike Portnoy on the drums. So the Winery Dogs, I am definitely looking forward to that. It's, it's still not, I'm not going to say it's not prog, but it's not, the stuff you would imagine Portnoy being involved in. Kind of like Flying Colors. I'm looking forward to the new Flying Colors, too, and looking forward to the DVD, but it's not Dream Theater. But it's some really solid rock and roll, really well done all the way around, and I premiered a track a couple weeks back called Elevate, and this is the new track that has become publicly available, so we're going to spin it for you now. The Winery Dogs, and really looking forward to the disc. It's due out in July. This track is called Desire. Light Without Heat. Crank it up.
You know what you did, and I can't seem to get you off my mind. Yeah, I'm tempted by the heat of desire, and it's got me at the end of my rope. Oh, you made me like your victim for hire. Oh, I want you so, I don't think that I can let go. Oh, not just yet. be pulling strings, my dear. Rule me like a puppeteer.
Light Without Heat and Carceus. That is from the latest CD from the band Carceus. The title of the disc is The First Day. That one's from 2012, and the track we just heard was Why. It was called Why, that is. Before that, we heard Seventh Wonder. And Seventh Wonder, another band working on some new music, but the last CD that they have given us was in 2010. It was called, well, the CD was called The Great Escape, and the track we heard was Alley Cat. That particular band and that actual video was on the last Rock Hard Distributors video, so that tells me that that is another Rock Hard band. So you can check those videos out and everything else and all the artists that they have to offer at rockhardistributors.com. And before that, we heard the premiere of the Winery Dogs, at least a new track anyway, called Desire. And yeah, I did like that. I actually, to tell you the truth, I hadn't heard it. I grabbed it and I threw it on the playlist, and there you have it. Next hour, we're going to get to some Light Without Heat alumni. I have a track coming from Stickman Bleeding, who is totally stoked about the new project coming up, and I don't have enough information right now on hand. I can't remember the lady's name, but we have a Stickman Bleeding and a possibly Stick Woman situation coming up in the not so very distant future, and I can't wait to hear that collaboration. Also, and I want to say hi real quickly to everyone in the chat room, although I think Brett's off doing something else right now. We have Brett, we have Don Ducklandis, new show format, as you guys, some of you guys probably heard this evening, and not format, but really just a time thing. Where the Bootlegger Shack is now 6:45 to 8:45 p.m. Eastern, right here on Spreaker Web Radio, my show page every Thursday. That will continue happening. We didn't really know if that was going to continue happening, but it will, and it will. So don't worry about that. Peek hiccuped in the background, taking Bebe's place. Peek, are you feeling any better? Peek is under the weather this evening, ladies and gentlemen. She is not feeling very good at all, and that scares me for two reasons. One, she never gets sick, okay? She never gets sick. And two, I'm not sick, but give me a couple days. So, and plus I just feel terrible for her, so Pete, get you some rest, dear. I love you. But yeah, Pete is not feeling well at all tonight. So our hearts go out to Pete on this very evening. Next hour, what did I say? Okay, okay, oh yeah, shout outs. Don Ducklandis, by the way, back to, you can check out his radio show page. I'm just going to go quackhouseradio.net, all the http://// all that crap. You can find your way there if you know how to use a computer, basically. Quackhouseradio.net, 24/7 live there with Bootlegger Shack and Duck's House Live. We will hear some new track from, or newly to this show anyway, from Duck next hour. And as well as Stickman Bleeding, we'll have music from him. I've got even, okay, we have going to say a couple things about some people who are absent tonight. Mike Sherrill, WEFF, Pea Ridge Nation. Check his show out this coming Sunday. He does have Vegan Blout on his show this coming Sunday. Richard J. Basinger, Chris Riggins, and Darren Olson. The Blue Freya Band, Vegan Blout, will be live interview via Skype this Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, here on Spreaker on WEFF, Pea Ridge Nation. I'm going to be around for that. You got to check that out. Mike tonight is gigging. That is why he is not in the chat room. He's not checking us out, but he promised he will listen to the podcast. So there you go. Shameless plug, dude. And we will also next hour hear the latest track from his forthcoming disc. And all kind of other cool stuff. I don't really know where to go from here, so I'll tell you what, we're going to kick off the next hour with Greg Howe. How about that? Another suggestion from our brother, Mr. John Rush. So, Light Without Heat, hour number 2, returns next with Greg Howe. Stick around.
We have some sad news for you.
Rock and roll is dead and pop is in! Why not discover the excitement of the science of music yourself at Synth & Son, the home of keyboards? Thanks to the science of music, you don't need musical talent to make great music. Just listen.
I created that just by pressing a button. Synthesizers are the new wave. Why work hard on difficult compositions when a machine can make music better than you've ever dreamed of? You'll be the hit of the party. It's perfect for in-restaurant entertainment, cover bands, and funerals. Make fugues funky and death marches danceable. It's the science of music at Synth and Son. Remember, you don't know you're a musician until you try.
Hey, new Brian. Oh, you have a guitar.
Yep. In fact, I wrote a new song today, and I want to hear what you think of it.
Where did you find the time for that?
Peter, inspiration doesn't have a schedule. I don't like fancy learning books. I don't like apple tarts. I don't like cozy breakfast nooks. I don't like modern arts. Well, I like farts. Yes, I like farts. I like long farts, short farts, wet farts, your farts. I like farts if you've got heart.
Oh, I've got heart.
Let's hear those farts.
How do I start?
Well, Peter, I will help you get your fart to started.
Well, as navigator of this venture, I try as much as possible to set out in a direction that in the first place is practically impossible to achieve, and then along the way mess up the minds of the crew with as many chemicals as we can lay our hands on.
Light without heat.
Mad dolphins and hallucinating aliens. That's what you get if you listen to too much light without heat.
This is Syntax.
And this is Chaos Lord from Zeosin.
And you are rocking with stuff on light without heat.
What we have here is a failure to communicate. This here is a guitar, and a guitar is meant
to rock it. Rock it.
Rocket, brother. Light Without Heat, Zeosynth. And the new track called simply Rocket. Zeosynth consists of Syntax Gilbush, who is in the chat room right now as Syntax, and Eric J. Confer, who goes under the name of Chaos Lord. Mr. Eric is right now currently in the Badlands of New Mexico. Those of you who don't know, Eric joined up with Blue Freya Records, which is the label that Richard and Fateless Tears and Vegan Blot and all of those guys are on. And subsequently, as a result, Eric, I think last week, took the trip, the, 6-hour bus trip, and is now spending a couple weeks with Mr. Richard J. Basinger. I was hoping those guys would check in. I know they're very busy right now in the process because this is a creative journey. And these are the meetings of some of our Light Without Heat family, you know, so I am so excited to see what comes out of that. And Gil Syntax just informs me in the chat room that there is more Zeosynth tracks to come, and I'm totally stoked about that. But that was Rocket from Zeosynth, and a big shout out to Brother Gil Bush, who was in the chat room. Dude, I am so sorry I glazed you over a while ago. I was sidetracked and had a lot of things going on. Plus, our chat room's been kind of thin tonight, as I was explaining earlier. Brother Mike is out gigging. We have Richard and Eric who are absent. Richard, Eric, and Sue who are absent, off in the woodshedding process right now. And I will say before that, we heard Greg Howe. We just heard. We didn't hear him. We just heard. That Greg Howe track that I played, man, I'm telling you what. And that was another suggestion, not that track, but just Greg Howe in general was a suggestion from our family member there, John Rush. The Greg Howe came from a 2008 disc called Soundproof, and we heard a track called Side Note. Also welcoming to the chat room, Brother Bruce. I think it was 27 hours. I don't know. Okay, well, they beamed him there. Yeah. What did I say, 6? See, here's what I have to do. I'm opening chat. But anyway, welcome Brewski to the chat room, and okay, yeah, that would have been a short bus trip. But anywho, what's up, Bruce? All right, now back to my train of thought, if I can get one. Now that everyone's here, I've got another premiere for you. This one came by the way of one Don Duck Landis, who is in the chat room as well. This is an artist by the name of No Sleep Nigel. And his actual name, Duck told me today, is Nigel Laybourne. Duck, you can fill the peeps in the chat room about a little bit of your history with this guy. All I know is this is a killer song. This is an awesome song. And I have very little preparation to do this because I got put on this one last night. So, No Sleep Nigel. The track we're about to listen to is called Manwich. And the reason it's called Manwich is because there are so many layers. Actually, I thought Manwich was pretty much, meat and sauce. But in this track, no, there's a lot more layers than that. And Duck and I were chatting on my other show, on the Dinner at the Symphony show, when he first was telling me about this. And I asked him, is it going to fit in with Light Without Heat? He said perfectly. So I go and I pick up the track and I listen to it, and yep, Duck, you wasn't lying. So for those of you who are not in chat, No Sleep Nigel was a well-known recording engineer in England, well-known in rap and reggae circles in England and Australia. But this is this man's music, and as far as I remembered, of course I got all kind of stuff wrong last night because it was late, but I'm pretty sure this guy's doing all of the instruments that we're going to hear on this track. So Nigel Laybourne, but No Sleep Nigel will be his stage name, what we're going to call him for now. And the name of the track is Manwich. Crank it up. Check it out. Light Without Heat premiere for you, boys and girls. Thank you, Duck.
This is Duck Landis from QuackHouseRadio.net with an important health warning. Listening to Stuffer White's Light Without Heat turned up too loud may cause your children to be born naked. But it's worth the risk, I think, so crank it up loud. Light Without Heat. Progressive music for the progressive mind.
Professor, without knowing precisely what the danger is, would you say it's time for our viewers to crack each other's heads open and feast on the goo inside?
Yes, I would, Ken.
Light without heat.
See the smile on his face, lacks any trace of happiness or joy. You can tell by his hands, always crafting plans, the kind you try to avoid. And now you see him, and now you don't. Deep in the shadows he waits, he's got a deal just for you. He's a voice from the dark. Go ahead, make your mark, and I'll be on my way. With just a wave of his hands, and then you'll understand. You've now a debt that must be paid. Now you see him, and now you don't. From in the shadows he waits. You struck a bargain with Mr. Green. He's got what you need. Sign on the dotted line. Mr. Green, he's got what you need. Just take your place in line.
The Dow dropped sharply today in the wake of massive layoffs in entry-level positions throughout the country. In other news, the president has approved a bill authorizing significant cuts to unemployment and Social Security. And now here's Scott with the weather.
Light Without Heat and Digital Chemistry. Mr. Greed, coming from the Just Add Water disc that was released just a few months ago now. That thing is doing really well, and I'm so happy for those guys. I mean, you know, these are some really cool dudes, too. Rob Fowler on guitar and lead vocals, Cliff Petticoat on bass and backing vocals, and Glenn Strom, who is my buddy, man. My FB buddy, Glenn Strom, man. That goes out to you tonight. I don't know if you're listening or will listen, but try to get him in chat. We've had him in chat a couple times. Glenn Strom on drums and percussion. And that is Digital Chemistry. The CD, Just Add Water. You can get your hands on that very album. And I'm telling you what, it's a killer album, too, at www.reverbnation. No, I'm sorry. That's where you... Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, reverbnation.com//digital... let me do it again. It's like me and Doug were talking about earlier, all this freaking domain. www.reverbnation.com/digital chemistry band. All one word, digital chemistry band. Just go to Reverb Nation, and then they have a window from there. You can go to digital chemistry band and check that out. So, yeah, absolutely, man. Digital chemistry. Awesome. Awesome band. Before that, we heard a Duck-Ukulele track. Although it was Electrified Duck-Ukulele from Don Duck Landis. And you can check out more of his, well, I'm sure he's got stuff all over the place. But as far as the radio show and the show page, go to quackhouseradio.net. Kind of the same, yeah, I know, Brett. Trying to do all this, man, yeah. But quackhouseradio.net is now Duck's 24/7 show page. And you will occasionally find Duck on there live. Killer Chat Room on there as well. Trying to get more folks into that because that's the place to be. Especially late at night. We seem to find Duck there a lot. And it keeps me up even later than I normally stay up. And before that, we heard the premiere, the Live Without Heat premiere of No Sleep Nigel. Brother by the name of Nigel Laybourne. That track was called Manwich, and now you guys see what I'm talking about. Don't you agree, man? That track was awesome. I want to hear more stuff out of that guy, Duck. I got to find him. Is he on Facebook or what? Because that was super killer. Duck says it is soon to be included on a future like compilation disc, or available for free download. But I want more music from that. So, and welcoming to the chat room for the first time on Light Without Heat, Miss Tommy Brewster. Glad you joined us there, Tommy. Glad you found your way in. So, I don't know, some of this music might scare you a little bit. But welcome, Tommy. Glad you are here tonight. And we do have so many people that are not here because of various things. And that's what happens when you get musicians as your primary fan base, because musicians are busy people, you know? And so, and they have projects, and they have, you know, like, so we got Rich, Sue, and Eric all off doing their thing. And Mikey, our own beloved WEFF, he is out gigging tonight. And so, you know, I figured we'd have a thin chat room, and now we're having surprise guests. So welcome to the chat room, Tommy. Also, I got a few other tricks up my sleeve. This is the Chat Room Alumni Hour. We also want to welcome to the chat room Terry Armour, who was, I saw his name pop up earlier, from the band Revolution X, speaking of rock hard distributors. And I'm going to be spinning here, hopefully, if I shut up in time, I will be spinning a new track from, or not a new track, well, we've played it on the show before, but I'll have a new mix of the latest track from Revolution X. And right now, another group of really good guys that I have acquired, a band I've been spinning on the show called Monkey Bat. They have a brand new CD that just came out. It's called Springtime Love. You can get that, I'm sure, over at Amazon, iTunes, all that good stuff. Scott Lewis on acoustic guitar, Brian Todd on electric bass, Vernon Lawton on drums. Brian and Vern, I mean, I've been going back and forth with both of those guys on Facebook, and Those are really, really, really cool and personable dudes, and I just like it because it's all instrumental. It's kind of jazz fusion, but a three-piece band, and the guitarist plays exclusively acoustic guitar. So you got my vote on that. I've been playing tracks from this album for a handful of weeks now, but I have a new one that I haven't played on the show before. I'm going to play it for you for the first time tonight. This one's a little bit lengthier. It tracks in about 7 minutes, 40 seconds, and I love it. It's called Wiener Dog. This is New Monkey Bat on Light Without Heat. Check it out.
All right, it's light without heat time. I mean, heat without light. Now, wait a minute. Stuffer White on heat and when it's dark. No, it's Stuffer White. Stuffer White and light without heat. Rock on.
You've thrown away. The bar lights, they are shining down, and they hope you'll give away the part of you that still rings true when the shadows call your name. Talking about shadows. Running on through my brain, talking about shadow. Can't you feel the rain? Yeah, the way the world is spinning around, Lord, it's gonna burn out my better than a broken mirror, boy, that wonders what happened to you. I stood upon that rock myself in the ragtime we both know. I turned the page just to fade away, but the shadows stole the show. Talking about shadows, talking about the rain. Yeah, the way the world is spinning around, Lord, it's running on through my brain. Talking about shadows, can't you feel the rain? Yeah, the way the world is spinning around, Lord, it's gonna burn out my brain.
This is Mike Sherrill from WEFF Pea Ridge Nation, and you're listening to Stuffer White and Light Without Heat. Progressive music for the progressive minds. Remember, it's always better to be dot than kingdomed. Yeah, man!
Mike Sherrill, brother Mike Sherrill, WEFF, Pea Ridge Nation. Check out his show this coming Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern USA time on Spreaker, right here on Spreaker, because he will have a Skype interview with Vegan Blout, however you guys want to say it. Richard J. Basinger, Darren Olson, Chris Riggins make up the heavy metal band Vegan Blout, and he will have those guys on his show. But that is some solo stuff from Mr. Mike Sherrill, who promises a triple disc set coming by late fall. And we have heard a lot of good stuff from this, and this is the latest track he has chosen to bestow on us. And let's see if I get the name right, because I think I got it right in chat. The title of that track was Disruptive Mood in Pissed Off Major, a self-help guide. It's either to or in anger management. That's the part that I always screw up. But anyway, Brother Mike's out gigging tonight, so he's not here with us in chat. Normally, other than that, he would be. But a big shout-out goes out to the peeps of Pea Ridge Nation. He says he's going to be listening to podcast. And by the way, babies, these Jack babies, these shows are available to listen to in podcast after the thing is done. You can check that out anytime you like. And so there you go. Awesome track from Mr. Mike Sherrill. Before that, we heard Stickman Bleeding. Yes, sir. And the album from the Mr. Stickman is called Heroes. It just dropped a few months ago. You can get his music at crazypeoplemusic.com, as well as Amazon and iTunes. Also, rockhardistributors.com. You guys need to go out and pick that album up, because Brett Lloyd, man, and Brett Lloyd is in the chat room. So I'm telling you what, these guys are awesome, and you need to go get their music, because there's some really creative things happening out there these days. And I am up against my freaking hourly break, and I knew that, but I had to say some things there. And before that, we heard Monkey Bat. And I'll tell you what, those guys are freaking awesome too. And you can go get the new disc from those guys, or the debut disc from Monkey Bat, called Springtime Love. And that is on Amazon, iTunes as well. And you can also contact those guys at monkeybat.net. And they're on Facebook as well. Check them out, because that is a wall-to-wall album. I'm telling you what, man. Monkey Bat. And as I was playing the track, Vern Lawton and I, the drummer, were going back and forth on Facebook. So I'm a little distracted, but I had to let him know, and he tuned in for a second. Check this out. Yeah, dude, I played Wiener Dogs. That track was called Wiener Dogs, by the way. And so we still got some good music to come. I'm way past my break. I'm going to play some Dream Theater next hour. I also have the Aristocrats coming up. Revolution. Hey, Terry Armour, are you still there? I don't care if he is or not. I'm going to spin the track anyway, because I already said hey, Terry, are you asleep at your keyboard again? Anyway, some good buds of mine in a band called Revolution X, and we're going to hear a track from those guys next hour, as well as various other things, and we will get back to you in just a moment with hour number 3 of Light Without Heat. I will say anyway, the Midnight Tracker tonight, and now I'm going to step on Tommy's toes, because she's got a show coming up at midnight. But after this show, I do a Midnight Tracker. And what that is for Tommy, even though she won't get to listen because she's doing her own show, and I completely sympathize because I understand, is I spin albums back to back. And tonight, we have an all Pink Floyd Midnight Tracker. The first tracker is the Division Bell from 1994, and then the second one will be Animals from 1977. I try to stay away from the commercially, even though I love The Wall and Dark Side of the Moon and Wish You Were Here, I try to stay away from the commercially over commercialized material. So tonight, I really love the Division Bell. It holds a special place in my heart, so that is going to be our first Midnight Tracker tonight. Then we will move on and digress back in time to Animals from 1977. That is what we're going to do, and we're going to kick off hour number 3 of Light Without Heat with the Gorashanker, a new track that I haven't played here before, so stick around, check it out. Light Without Heat, we'll be right back.
Look at that! The Hendersons are getting a new fence.
Ah, who cares? They're swingers.
I want a new fence.
We just got one 2 years ago after your parents were killed.
I want a new fence. That's it. We're never having sex again.
Need a home loan fast? At the American Bank of Los Santos, we'll help you get the debt you need to make life easier. We'll show you how to look richer and be poorer. Your home is your equity. What exactly are you saving it for? You need to impress people fast, not in 20 years. It's only a risk if you get into money troubles or the economy changes, which doesn't seem likely. We know living in the suburbs is a constant competition, where you're defined by your lawn and your siding. Call American Bank of Los Santos when you need to add a rec room addition with a jungle swing or a jacuzzi for 8. Now that the kids have moved out and have drug problems of their own, maybe it's time to install a luxury marble wet bar so you can get drunk in private. American Bank of Los Santos. Dreams take money. Why worry about tomorrow if you look inadequate today?
From Bullhorn Hole in the state of frustration, we bring you the presidential candidate of the Fence Straddlers Party, Senator Bolivar E. Gassaway.
My friends, I want you to know now, I want you to know that my hat is in the ring. And I'll appreciate anything you throw in it. No, oh, wait a minute, though. Before I start talking, I want to say something.
Light without heat.
coming outside. The pain inside, coming outside. The pain inside, coming outside. The pain inside. Coming outside. So many ways to drown a man, so many ways to drag him down. Some are fast and some take years and years. You can't hear what he's saying when he's talking in his sleep. He finally found the sound, but it's in too deep. I could never get over. Is it too late for me now? Feel like blowing my cover. Melody walks through the door, and memory flies out the window. Nobody knows what they want till they finally let it all go. But don't cut your losses too soon, 'cause you'll only be cutting your throat. And answer a call while you still hear it all, 'cause nobody will if you won't. 6 o'clock on a Christmas morning. 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 I know the honor of God, very 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 Jane.
Light Without Heat and Dream Theater. Man, I love that track. I love that album. That one is from the 1994 release called Awake. And the track was the lead-off track on the album called 6 O'Clock. Love those guys, man. I mean, I'm telling you. Before that, we heard the Gorashanker from the Second Hands album. And the track we heard was called SYX. I don't know. You guys tell me how to pronounce it. SYX was the name of that song. I'm assuming 6. We have a little bit of this program left, and I'm going to keep playing some music for you guys. At midnight, we do have the Midnight Tracker coming your way, a double shot of Pink Floyd, and one of my favorite albums kicks it off, 1994, The Division Bell from Pink Floyd. Something about that. I mean, I love all Floyd, and we don't do a lot of Floyd on this program, and I've been saying Floyd, Pink Floyd, and we really don't do a whole lot of that. And so I'm going to make up for it tonight. And so the Midnight Tracker, we're going to give you the Division Bell, and then after that's done, we're going to play the CD Animals in its entirety, or CD. Hell, man, Animals was a freaking... Okay, it's not a CD, it's an album. How's that? But it will be on the Midnight Tracker show page. You guys can check it out if you want. It will be available on podcast if you're not around to hear it. And another huge shout-out in the chat room to Miss the one and only Tommy Brewster. And very nice to have you here tonight. And I want to check out your show. That's the bad part. She's going on live at midnight, too, so now we have... there's a fork in the road here going on. And, yes, Brett Lloyd in the chat room, I agree with you. Animals is one of Floyd's best. And the other thing about the Midnight Tracker is what I do for the first album is going to be, more semi-modern. Now, in this case, it's almost 20 years old, and then we go completely retro and do something 70s normally for the second album, for those of you night owls that are up with us at that album. But I do want to, I found my way in there at some point in time, Tommy, and I will, either it was before you started or after, but anyway, we'll figure out. I will definitely get in there, because I'm way into the blues, and I'm way into everything that you're talking about as far as. So I need to know some more of your show times that don't involve Thursday nights, because Thursday nights I am covered up. So, but we welcome you to our Light Without Heat family. Also, Brewski, if you're still here, Brother Gil Bush had to go to bed. Don Duck Landis is still here chatting with these nice folks. Also, Brett Stickman Bleeding Lloyd. Terry Armour was in here earlier. And Terry, if you're asleep at the keyboard, dude, then you're just going to miss it, because we do have another track from Revolution X. Revolution X, for those of you guys who don't know, they're on Rock Hard Distributors too. They consist of David Scott McBee on lead vocals, Rick Delosier on guitar. For those of you who don't know, Tommy, you were in Air Radio one night and heard some of Delosier White Project, DWP. Well, the W would be me. I would be the vocalist and singer on that stuff. And the guitarist, the Delosier part, comes from Rick Delosier, and he is playing in this band as well. And Terry Armour, who popped his head in the chat room. I don't know where he went, but we're going to play it anyway. This is the final mix. The same tune that I've been playing for a little bit, but we have a new mix of it tonight that was sent to me via email. So this is Revolution X and Written in Blood. Get out your ciggy lighters. I really like this track. Check it out. Light Without Heat, Revolution X.
Hi, this is Barney. Who am I speaking to? You be a good little boy or girl today, all right?
People want to know, Barney, what do you do on weekends when you're not on PBS doing the show?
Well, as many of you know who watch my show, I have a severe crack problem. I can't stop smoking the stuff. But that doesn't mean that you kids should, because Barney knows he has a problem. I love crack. It loves me.
Stop it. Come on, you can't do that with the kids.
I don't smoke it during the week.
Light without heat.
Light Without Heat and the Aristocrats with Flatlands from their 2011 album, self-titled album. And we move on now quickly with Cosmic Karma from the Carmageddon CD, The Unknown.
So high, you fly away.
Light Without Heat. And Alphonse Mouzon, I think. It's about the best way I figured out how to pronounce the man's name. An outstanding drummer from the 70s. The CD was called Mind Transplant. That featured Tommy Bolin on guitars. And the track we just heard was Nitroglycerin. Before that, we heard Victor Wooten. Most of you guys know him from Bela Fleck and the Flecktones, the completely amazing bass player, and doing a cover of Stevie Wonder's Overjoyed. And before that, we heard Bob James, and we were in the chat room, and we have Tommy Brewster in the chat room tonight, and I'm very privileged for that. And jazz, blues, piano, very, very awesome. And then Duck is just checking this stuff out, but need to hear some of Tommy's stuff, man. She's very, very good at what she does, and I'm a big fan. I'm a huge fan. And Tommy, we could squeeze you in here after I get a little bit mellow in the last half hour here where I'm at, because I've heard your stuff, and I've heard your stuff on air radio. And DJ TIM did not show up tonight, but I assume you can check him out tomorrow night at 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m. on airradio.net. And coming up, the Midnight Tracker. Now, here's where you guys have to decide. Hey, you know what? My stuff's available on podcasts, so screw it. Go hear Tommy. Because the Midnight Tracker's coming up at midnight. Well, you got to give me a few minutes after I get off this page, but that's basically what's going on here is Pink Floyd. The fans of Floyd, check it out. Most of you guys won't stay up that late anyway, but the first disc is The Division Bell. The second disc is Animals. Good night. I want to say thanks to everybody who's checking us out tonight. Brett, Duck, Gil, Bruce, Tommy, Terry. You guys are awesome. Really, go listen to Tommy's show. I'll be here. You can check me out tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Midnight Tracker coming up next, Pink Floyd. Thank you guys for being here. Good night. Peace.
Good night. Oh, good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.